stars fill your eyes. Come to my garden and walk with me.
Hi, I'm Jacki Bush, and welcome to my garden. You know, I talk to a lot of people who say they don't garden because they don't have green thumbs. Well, I don't have green thumbs either, but I can tell you gardening is fun, it's easy, and it's rewarding. There are a plethora of herbs out there in our earth. Here we have sage, thyme, cilantro, rosemary. We have purple basil, and we have green basil. We even have some oregano here. All of these are freshly snipped from the garden. Now you can use your herbs just like this. You can cut them up and throw them in your foods like this, or you can dry your herbs. Today we're going to talk about growing the herbs and then drying the herbs and then seeing how we can use them in our foods. Now there's several ways to grow herbs. One way is to grow using seedling, and another way is to just buy the herb from the store and plant them in pots. If you're going to use seedlings, then we have this container here, and it has like 30 compartments in here. You may not want to use them all. And then there are holes at the bottom and a tray for draining, and you also have a top. Now I've already placed some dirt in this one, and in order to plant the seeds, you have to go by the instructions, and usually it says to add 4 or 5 seeds, but I want you to see that in this pack, they're very small, and you only need 4 or 5. So what you're going to do is just drop 4 or 5 in there, and then you just press it down and cover it with dirt. You add a little water, and you cover it with this top, which is a see-through top, and then you're going to place it in a sunny area. After 10 to 14 days, the plants begin to germinate. Once they get about 2 inches or with a couple of leaves, then you want to put it in either in a pot or plant them in the ground. Now once your herbs have grown, you can easily, as with this pot, just snip them like this and you can use them. They smell so good. I wish you can just smell how strong the aroma is from these herbs. As I said, you can eat them from here, or you can dry the herbs. And to dry them, you can take one of the types of herbs, or you can mix the herbs. And you take something like a string or a rope or a piece of twine, and you just wrap it together like this. It really smells good. Now I use a clothespin, and I hang them in a room that's warm, and 2 to 3 weeks they're dry. And this is what they look like when dried, the oregano. Now that we've dried the herbs, we can get ready for storage, or we can even cook with them. So one of the things to crush the herbs, you can use a mortar and pestle. You can use a food processor, or you can crush them with your hands, or this little apparatus I found is a herb mill. And one of the things you want to do, well, let me just place this here and drop some in here so you can see, is just push some of the herbs. See how they come off and see how crunchy they are? And you know, you really can't smell these until you start breaking them down like this. It's really strong. And you want to make sure you don't get the stems in there. Okay, so we have some in there, and then all I'm going to do is grind and see how it grounds it. Oh, it's so strong, the aroma, really good. And then what you're ready to do now is to store them or use them in your cooking. There you are. Another thing you can do with your herbs, dry or freshly snipped, is you can make a bouquet garni. A bouquet garni is a little sack here, and what you can do is place the herbs that you want in it in your bouquet garni. You can do fresh herbs. You can mix them with dried herbs. You can put them in your sack, and then you close it up. You can put much more than this in here if you want. The stronger, the better. Then you tie your bag, and you can drop this in your stews, your soups, or even your pastas. Another thing you can do, this is so aromatic. Another thing you can do is you can use lavender. If you put lavender in one of the sacks, you have a fragrant bouquet garni, and then you can put this in drawers or in closets. Okay, so now that we've dried our herbs, we want to see about cooking with them. So what can we cook with the herbs? Well, one of the things I like to do is use my herbs on meat and vegetables. So here I have a chicken breast that I already rubbed. Let me put on a glove here. Don't want to cross-contaminate. But here's a rub that I actually made. And it's my favorite herbs with paprika. And I rubbed the herbs all over the chicken breast, and I turned it over, added a little olive oil to it, and it's ready for the grill. Put it on the grill for about 4 or 5 minutes on each side. And then, voila. Here's what you can do with your herbs. A little olive oil. I also used it on my vegetables. Put it on the grill. I hope you've understood how important it is to eat healthy, and to grow your own herbs is easy. So what I like for you to do is to start with planting one herb at a time, and then 2, and then 3, and then soon you'll be able and ready to grow vegetables. I'm saving this pot for you. Thank you for coming to my garden.